Hello and a very warm welcome to another episode of Crucial Choice, the only show of its kind that features student stories on careers and higher education. I'm your host, Raj Kapoor. In a rapidly changing world, there are many career opportunities that are emerging. We're going to speak about a couple of those. We're also going to talk about one that dates back to the 17th century. Hello, and I have three genius minds with me today. I'm going to ask each of you to introduce yourselves. Okay, and thank you for being here.
Hello, my name is Yasser and I'm studying IB.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ibrahim and I'm from India. I'm studying A-levels, physics, chemistry and math.
My name is Fadil and I'm studying IB as well.
Ibrahim, tell me about what you want to do after your A-levels.
Primarily, I want to do astrophysics and theoretical physics in university and pursue that as my career.
A layman like me has no idea what astrophysics is.
It's what Einstein and Stephen Hawking did, right? So it's thinking about the universe and basically predicting and understanding how the world works outside the Earth.
So what kind of a person goes into astrophysics, in your opinion?
Someone who really is curious to find what's reality.
So how would you describe yourself if I was to say, Ibrahim, tell me 3 soft skills that you have?
I don't want to brag, but creativity.
Please brag.
Creativity, patience, and be able to think. That's it. Yeah.
So creativity, patience, be able to think. Link that to astrophysics for me.
So you should be creative enough to think of different ways that you can solve a particular problem. Patience, because I feel that when you're working towards a goal, when you're trying to research something, you might not get results. It might take like 20-30 years, and so you need to be patient. But the good part is that even a small discovery can actually cause a chain reaction of developments in not only physics but in various fields around us.
Who do you look up to?
Einstein, Stephen Hawking. But mainly, if I want to say that somebody is my role model, I would say it's my father.
What was the reaction, son of a businessman, coming home and saying, hey, Dad, I want to do astrophysics?
I would say he was one of the reasons why I didn't do business, because he always told me that don't go for business.
From your IB, Fadil, what are you hoping to do?
I'm hoping to get into product design, and with that, with the subjects that I've taken in school, I hope to study electrical engineering, computer science, or computer engineering or mechanical engineering.
Engineering is really for everybody. Of course, number one, we are looking for people who is interested in science and technology. But most importantly, I think the very important aptitude from what we would be expecting from a student is that he has a passion to solve people's problem and to change people's life for the better. Of course, using science and technology. I think that would be the most important aptitude that we are looking for. Others, like, of course, he must be creative and innovative, because solving every problem is different.
Please tell me what product design is.
It's a very interdisciplinary field. Generally speaking, it's identifying a problem and then trying to solve it using a product that you come up with. So one of the projects that I'm working on in school is a robot that will help segregate food waste. And for that, you need to have an understanding of human-robot interactions. You need to have an understanding of technical skills to do with the machinery, the mechanical engineering, the electrical components that go into it. I've always had a passion for problem solving. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an inventor. It helps make the lives of people around me easier, and I've also used the skills I've learned to make my life easier, which is another added benefit.
Can you give us an example?
In terms of things I've done to help myself, I wrote a script in Python to go through past papers of Spanish, read the text booklets, and create a frequency chart of vocabulary in order to know what specific words I need to learn. And so I've used technical skills from product design to help myself and hopefully help others.
That's incredible. Okay, let's fast forward. Okay, we've done a good job on our IB. Where's Fado going to go?
I've applied to the US and Canada, though most of my applications were to the US. I've applied to a combination of public and private universities.
And your top choice is?
I'm a little afraid to say it because even the most competitive applicants, for them it's basically a coin flip, but my top choice is MIT.
You have to say it and you have to aim high.
Yeah.
So what's going to get you into MIT?
I've done the SAT, the main SAT and the SAT subject tests, and I have extracurriculars in robotics and quiz and debate.
Do you have your SAT score?
Yes. The main SAT, my super score was where they combine the highest of each component is 1560 out of 1600.
Do you know about Yes to Malaysia? The biggest Malaysian education expo event in Dubai and Abu Dhabi from the 14th to the 16th of June, offering on-the-spot scholarships and free flight tickets to Malaysia upon registration. Please check out the details on www.yestomalaysia.com. I've been signaled to take a short break. After the break, we'll be discussing where your choice of careers will take you. Do stay with us. Welcome back. We're in conversation with three young, bright minds who've all chosen rather unconventional degree programs to pursue. We have a product designer, we have an astrophysicist, and we have a computer scientist interested in artificial intelligence.
Well, I think we're a very international campus. That's reflected in the staff and the students who are here, certainly. And as a branch campus, we work very, very closely with Nottingham UK campus and also our campus in China as well. And in fact, one of the interesting things which students can do, they can elect to apply to do some of their study at our UK or our China campuses. So for most of our programs, you can apply to go to the UK, for example, for 1 or 2 semesters. That's usually in the second year of the undergraduate degree. But what's really good about the program is that you only pay the Malaysian tuition fee for the time that you are in the UK. So that's becoming very, very popular amongst our students. And increasingly, we're seeing our students wishing to go to the China campus as well.
I want to start this section off by asking you a general knowledge question in each of your chosen areas of study. Who'd like to go first?
I'll go.
Okay, Mr. Astrophysicist. Who first measured the Earth?
Is it Archimedes? No, wait. It is Eratosthenes. I feel it's that.
Not bad. Well
It
done.
is, right? Yeah.
Well done. We'll give you that. Okay. Mr. Product Designer, would you like to go next?
Okay.
What does the acronym CNC stand for?
It's computer numerical control, I think.
Brilliant. Well done. Mr. Computer Scientist, you know, artificial intelligence, I think, is a relatively new term. When was it first coined and who by?
1955, John McCarthy. They were trying to they're doing research into working on making a human brain using a computer, so that's where they coined the term artificial intelligence.
I really thought it was something much more recent than that. 1955, would you believe that? All right, thank you for that. Well done, 3 out of 3. Okay, so I think we can conclude you know your chosen areas.
Allow our students to move around from one campus to another campus to gain international exposure, to do international business, to survive in a changing working environment. A student must have exposure, understanding about the culture. Now, you may say that students may not have enough resources to move around from one location to another location. But when you come to Nottingham, we have a big percentage of international students. So you go to the class, you do not just meet Malaysians, you actually make international community. You work together, you understand the culture, you understand the challenges of working together with another group of students. By working together, you build the skill of interactions that are highly valued by the employers.
What I'd like to do now is talk a little bit about your chosen degree programs and where they're going to lead to. Okay, so fast forward again. Computer science, artificial intelligence, okay, where's that taking Yasser?
There are many job prospects. However, in the universities I'm applying to, most of them have a co-op program which allow you to work at the same time as studying in most semesters. So hopefully what's important for computer science is to make connections with companies, and you need a lot of experience. So hopefully after I graduate, I'll have tons of experience and tons of connections with large companies that are doing research into artificial intelligence, such as Google, Facebook, Amazon, and hopefully I'll be able to get a good job over there.
Okay, and if you had a choice, you know, who's your number one?
Number one, in regards to what? Number one university?
You named a few companies.
Number one company? Well, high up on the list would be companies like Google, Microsoft. I'm aiming for really large companies.
What does it take to get into those companies with, you know, having studied what you studied?
Obviously, you need really good grades, and you need tons of experience, and you need to be hardworking, because literally everybody else studying the field wants to get into companies like Google and Microsoft, because those companies, being the largest, can offer the most competitive prices for their employees. So obviously you need to be much more hardworking than everyone else.
Okay, thanks for that. Ibrahim, so where does an astrophysicist end up working?
A lot of people believe that the first thing that comes to their mind is how you're going to make money. And so there are quite a few ways you can take your career into. But what I want to do is become a professor. And the reason is I love teaching, and I do give tuitions now. So I love teaching, and I like sharing the knowledge. So my main aim is going to become a professor, but I have kept my ways open now. So if I do become a professor, I wanted to be in a university that I'm going to now. So probably I'll be going to University of Bristol. So I'd love to be a professor over there.
Your path to being a professor. So a bachelor's degree in astrophysics, and then what?
And then the degree that I'm doing now is actually called Masters in Physics. So it's an integrated master's. What they do is after your bachelor's, you do an extra year, and over there you do a research project, and your degree will be called master's degree. After that, I can pursue my PhD directly, and then I can apply for teaching jobs.
Thank you. So product design, okay, where are you going to end up working?
So many of the universities that I've applied to have programs where you apply the knowledge that you've learned, that you've acquired through your education, So for example, some universities have these showcases where you work in teams to create and develop a manufacturable thing. And many of these students who work on these projects end up taking them to the next level with investors, and they end up manufacturing the project on a large scale. And so that's one pathway I can take if it becomes successful. But I can also use internships to make connections and hopefully work at a large company, or if I'm really lucky, get to be my own boss.
Okay.
I like to move from one idea to another, and so instead I'd prefer to work maybe in a design firm where they work with other companies as the creative branch. Google has the Moonshot project, where they have a group of people who are multi-talented in various skills, and the idea is to create and fail fast. And so that's sort of a mentality where you work from one project to the next, trying to develop it as much as possible in a short time frame. That would be my ideal job.
It's time for another break. When we come back, we'll be talking about your choice of institutions. Do stay with us. Do you know about Yes to Malaysia? The biggest Malaysian education expo event in Dubai and Abu Dhabi from the 14th to the 16th of June, offering on-the-spot scholarships and free flight tickets to Malaysia upon registration. Please check out the details on www.yestomalaysia.com. Welcome back to Crucial Choice. Now I'd like to talk a little bit more about your choice of institutions. Yasser, why University of Waterloo?
So as I said, most of the universities I'm applying to, I'm interested in the co-op program. And the University of Waterloo is known worldwide for their co-op program because they have lots of connections with companies all around Canada, and many companies, multinationals, have set up bases, set up operations in the area around University of Waterloo. So they're close to many companies where I can get job experience from. That's my primary reason for wanting to go to University of Waterloo.
Okay, so the end is really important to you.
Jobs.
This university must lead to a job.
Yes.
Really important aspect of all this is financial. So how much is this degree, do you think, going to cost?
It's a 5-year degree, and every year it costs around about $40,000 to $50,000 US for the total, including a meal plan, residence, and everything. That is quite costly, of course.
Why MIT?
It's a place with amazing teachers, amazing students. The way they structure the courses, the way the people are made to interact with each other, the environment, the facilities, the whole spirit of the place is what attracts me.
Ibrahim, so you've chosen to go to the UK, okay? Which university?
So I've applied to 5 of them, as you can in UK. But the one which I want to go to is University of Bristol. And there are various reasons for it. One of the reasons is I'm going to be living in the UK, so it has to be a good place to live in. And Bristol is one of the best places in the UK to live in. Another thing is that Bristol offers good scholarships to international students. So that is one of the reasons why I would want to go to Bristol.
Would you consider a British university, University of Nottingham, a Malaysia campus?
University of Nottingham was one of the universities that I was looking at before I chose my first 5 universities. Mainly I chose universities based on the course that they offer and how they and what are the topics that they teach me in the 3 to 4 years.
all our engineering curricula has undergone a revamp of the curriculum recently. And one of the most important essence that we have introduced is, as I mentioned earlier, the emphasis on project-based exercises. For example, we don't have traditional labs, and the students will be given the chance to be in the design studio to solve problems by themselves. We also try to update ourselves constantly, and of course we have introduced elements of Industry 4.0, blockchain technology, and all these into our curriculum so that we can keep pace with the development of the real world.
The Malaysia campus of University of Nottingham is built exactly as the University of Nottingham campus in the UK, and the faculty are from the UK. The reason I asked the question is employers today love to see definitely how you're doing in the classroom, but they also want to see how exposed you are outside the classroom. And international exposure is possibly one of the things that might differentiate you from somebody else, especially when you're looking at working in the kind of places that you're looking at, university professors and other places. Thank you. That concludes today's discussion. I'm fascinated with everything that you said. I wish you all the very best. I look forward to seeing you in the future, a future product designer, a professor of astrophysics, and a renowned expert in artificial intelligence.
Thank you so much for having us over here.
It was a pleasure to be here.
Wish you all the best. So, astrophysics, artificial intelligence, product design. What interesting subjects and what interesting stories to go with those subjects. Till the next time, this is your host Raj Kapoor bidding you au revoir.